Hi, Earth signs. I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. I'm actually going to be talking to you, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. You all are my Earth signs, and you all, we are going to look at where have we come from January to June of 2024. And the reason why I wanted to do this check-in was I think we've had so much pivotal energy only in these 6 months of the year. I do think that looking back as to where you have already come will also help you once we get to that summer solstice in June, right around June 20th. You will be able to assess, okay, am I on the right track? Should I, course correct, or should I just start a whole new path? And so I think it's a good way to look back. Do take a look at the description box below. I've highlighted most of the more important astrological events from January until the beginning of June. So we're going to get right into it, Earth signs. Do take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs for this. We're actually going to pull a card for each month, 6 cards, and then we'll pull some clarifiers and an oracle message, okay? All right, let's get right into it. So start off January, Page of Swords. February, 4 of Swords in the reverse. March found you with Ace of Cups in the reverse. April found you with the 7 of Wands, also in reverse. January, February, March, April. May find you with the Chariot card. Major Arcana, Cancerian energy there. And for June, the 9 of Cups. Okay, Earth signs, and I think it's really good for us to look at, especially because Taurus, you have been so pivotal in the beginning of this year, especially now that we have all this Uranus energy, this Jupiterian energy. There in May, you all had your solar return. But I do think it's important to note that each of the Earth signs have been having these reignitements, if you will, of areas in the Earth sign. So let's take a look at where it is Spirit wants you to hone in this look back. And you have the 7 of Pentacles. So I think it's so interesting that Pentacles came up and you all are the Earth sign. I do think that many of you all have been looking over what you have built during these last 6 months. And when I say built, this could be your career, this could be your job. You're focusing on where is it that you are trying to build a legacy or build some type of it feels like many of you are building a nest egg, but not just a nest egg, but being able to say, like, I want to leave this to someone else. I want to be able to have a growing company, a business, just a career that I enjoy. So this has been a big focus for you, Earth signs. And I do think that as you move throughout the rest of 2024, it's going to be pivotal that you all decide whether you feel like you're on the right track or whether you need to pivot. And so I do think your career and job could be your main focus for, as you come into June and into the summer. But let's go ahead and ask Spirit to pull a oracle message for you. Please send me a message for my Capricornian, my Tauruses, and my Virgos. And you have the Star card, Archangel Jophiel. Happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You are on the right path. So how awesome is that, Earth sign? So I do feel like Taurus, especially you all, in terms of where we have been with this Uranus and Jupiter energy. But Capricorn, I want to tell you that one of the most important things have been for you is that Aquarius, Pluto moving out of your sign and into Aquarius. So you all have found some much happier times over these last 6 months. And I do think Virgo, you as well have been able to get a lot of things done, and you are feeling very accomplished. And I do think many of you all are like, okay, I think I got this. I think I'm going to be able to keep moving in this same direction. But maybe some of you are also pivoting once you all discover okay, where is it that I can check off the boxes and where is it that I need to make new boxes? So that's really beautiful energy there. So let's go ahead and look at the year so far. And it does look like between that Page of Swords in January, coming through that first few months of the year, looks like you all were really trying to examine where is it that you needed to rest and where is it that you needed to act. And I do think that January, we started off with that Sagittarian energy with Mercury direct. But then once we moved into the latter part of January with Pluto and Aquarius, many of you all were taking a break. You all were like, how do I, pivot and make sure that the rest of the beginning of this year is starting off right with my New Year's resolutions? Some of you didn't take a rest. And that Four of Swords, I think, is because we got to February when all planets were direct and you all were like gung-ho. I especially feel like Capricorn, you all were like, let's get this done. Virgo, you were like checking off the boxes. You were like, okay, I have these things I want to accomplish. I do think that this Page of Swords is pointing towards many of you all already had a list of things that you were ready to get started with. And many of you all found clarity after Mercury went direct there in January. And then we had that Lunar New Year in February. So many of you all were also making New Year's plans, but New Year in terms of the Lunar New Year, many of you all were making big plans. So I do think that many of you all had that spark of Aquarius energy there with that star card. And many of you all were moving forward with big plans for your business or trying to figure out how to get stuff done at work. Now, by the time you moved into March and April, this is when we had that most turbulent time of moving into eclipse season. We were coming out of that or actually moving into that spring equinox there in mid-March. We had a lunar eclipse on March 25th, Mercury retrograded in Aries on the 1st. So March and April was this time of lots going on. Seven of Wands, you were just like busting your hump, right? And I do think you all are those signs that like to get stuff done. You all are earth signs. You all want to see like physical movement. You do not want to be like, okay, well, we talked about getting stuff done. Well, maybe we can just keep talking. No, you earth signs want to see the needle move. And I do think that some of you, it could have been a little frustrating there because there was some type of like emotional support, but you didn't see the emotional support because there in March with that lunar eclipse, then in April, we had that solar eclipse in Aries. You were just like, go, go, go. You were like so busy that you actually didn't see almost like the benefit of your work. And I do think that that's what Spirit is reminding you is like, slow down. You're moving too fast. You're not able to actually reap the benefits of all this hard work. You didn't even see the emotional help that maybe someone was trying to give you. And by time you moved into May and June, this is kind of like this point where you're like, okay, I now have, like the right path moving forward. Here in May, Pluto retrograde in Aquarius at the very beginning of May. And then we have Mars entering Aries on that 30th of April. So most of us were like, let's go. We have a plan. Chariot card in the upright is like all systems go. I have, my sphinxes pointed forward. The reins I am holding tight. I have big wishes. I am getting stuff done. And I do think that as we move through May, what was interesting is that Uranus-Jupiter conjunction kept getting reignited from April, because you all with the earth energy were like, okay, where is it that I need to redirect? Where is it that I now am like, okay, I have this like plan moving forward. I'm ready to get stuff done. I've checked off some of my boxes and I actually feel good about it. And so I think that's really huge for you all earth signs when you are when you're heading into June, because I do think that the challenge is going to be earth signs is like whatever it is that you've been trying to get done these first 6 months of 2024, make sure that that still resonates with you, because by time you enter into June, we've come out of all of that Uranus Taurus energy, or Uranus, Jupiter in Taurus energy, but now Jupiter moves into Gemini, which is more air-minded. So you earth signs are going to have to think a little differently. You all are going to have to be like, okay, these physical, things that I've been trying to get done, now that I have all of this shift of energy into this Aquarius energy, now you're going to have to be like, okay, how do I think differently? How do I think strategically in order to get these Seven of Pentacles, growing and flourishing, so that by the time you move into the latter part of the year, you are harvesting, right? So I do think this is going to be a good time for you all to really take note and assess how much you have accomplished here, but also keep in mind, like, you don't want to stress yourself out to the point that you're not getting anything done, but you also want to keep your eyes on the prize with that Chariot card. So I really think that you all are heading in the right direction. That Aquarius energy, that Taurus energy, that Earth energy, you all have it. You all are one of those signs that you all know how to get stuff done. So if you can just keep on that path, but by the time we get to that eclipse, did I just say eclipse? By the time we get to that equinox in June, make sure you have a whole new strategic plan, because whatever that is will carry you through the rest of the year, okay? Okay, Earth signs, I hope this was helpful for you. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, I appreciate you all watching. Do take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs. Do take a look at the link below for any of my other tarot readings. Okay, Earth signs, I'll talk to you later.